Yes. No, I was expecting you. Yeah, come in and have a seat. I was just reading this book, Novelist is Vocation by Haruki Murakami. I'm just getting into it, and I know they say don't judge a book by its cover, but the thing that interests me about this is that you can make a living as a novelist, as a writer, as a fictioneer. So, to remind myself of that, this is my bookmark. So, anyways, have a seat. Yeah, I'll put this back on the shelf here. Let me just update my Loic term planner. Yes. Gotta keep track of helps me keep track of the plot of life. So let's see, get to, alright, and okay, alright, keeping up with that. Alright, so you're here to learn more about Fictioneering 101, correct? Alright. It's a wonderful practice, and it's great at improving your writing style, improving your creativity, and it's a sure way to overcome writer's block. Just let the ink flow across the page. Alright. Well, I shouldn't get ahead of myself here. So, this is your first time coming. I know that you've been reading my emails, you've watched some of my YouTube videos, so you're probably familiar with me, but I need to, like I said, keep track of everything. I'd like to get to know you a little bit here, so if you don't mind, just ask you a few questions so that I have your information on file as we, grow and discover the plot of life and how our character development intertwines here. So let me just get my questions ready here. Alright, so yeah, no, right on time. Perfect timing. Like Gandalf said, a wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to. So we're here now. Let's get to it. Alright. So again, these are just a few basic questions. So for my intake form, so I have them on file. Before we begin our session to unlock your creativity as a fictioneer, as a writer, as an author. So there's no right or wrong answers, just relax and respond naturally. And we'll start with the basics. So, alright. Just making sure that you're the right person scheduled for this time. But what is your name? Alright. I didn't really need your middle name, but thank you. At least I have that. That's it all, your name flows together nicely. So, alright, how old are you? Okay. Alright. And where are you from? Okay. I've actually heard really good things about that place. Some of my family likes to travel there in the winter. Yeah. But I'm glad you're here now. Kind of, it's nice to explore the world through literature, but also through travel. So that's good to know you're from there. I'd like to go there sometime. And what's your current occupation? Okay. All right. I can see why you're exploring fictioneering. Then that seems like a good crossover, a good skill to develop for what you're doing, and that's a lucrative occupation. That's good. And finally, what is your favorite book? Okay. Yeah, most people don't really even know about that one. Like everybody knows the author, but nobody knows that book. And those that do, it's a thicker book, so most people don't even actually read it. So that's a pretty interesting choice. But I love that one. Yeah. All right. So thank you for those details. Now I'm going to switch to typing your responses to some questions about your writing experience. My AI assistant Claude will use this information to create a custom hypnosis script tailored to your needs. All right, so let me switch my tabs around here and get this ready. Yeah, I like to customize everything for my fictioneers to make it tailor-made just for you. All right, so now, how long have you been writing? Okay, so started handwriting, obviously, K-12. And how would you describe your handwriting? Style, skills, how do you feel about handwriting, so on and so forth? Okay, and how would you describe your typing skills? Yeah, I'm the same way. You can type fast, but you like handwriting because it helps you to slow down. Okay. Oh, we talked about writing and typing. So, how long have you been interested in creative writing, short stories, novels, fictioneering? More creative stuff. Yeah, I have a similar story to that. So, okay. All right. So, what kind of stories or authors or pieces do you typically enjoy creating? And compared to the stories that you enjoy reading, do those have influence on your writing, any writing that you've done, or how would you describe your own style, the type of stories that you like to write? Okay, yeah, I know exactly where you're at, and I can help you with that. The fictioneering course, the work we're going to be doing here in the hypnosis, is really going to help you develop that to the next level. So you're in the right place here. And just a few more questions. Can you tell me about the last time you felt truly in flow with your writing? Yeah, that's really common, sort of that feast and famine cycle where sometimes you're really consistent and you have all these ideas and you write a long story and then you can go months without writing, because life be life in and there's a lot to keep up with and get distracted by or lack of ideas. So that's really common. But again, I'm here to help you with that. So, all right, a few more questions. How would you describe your writer's block? What does it feel like when you sit down to write? Yeah, writer's block is sneaky like that. You might not have any ideas and say, oh, I'll just, instead of showing up at the page today, instead of showing at the keyboard, I'll just watch another YouTube video, watch another Netflix video, maybe I'll get an idea. So yeah, sometimes it's very common for it to come across as procrastination. Yep. So we can get right down to business here. And what are your main writing goals or desires? Okay. What else? All right. Now we just have to click a few things here, give my AI assistant Claude some time to process this hypnosis script that has been made exactly for you and your situation. And trust me, I have been there before. That's why I created this course, to help people like you, to really help myself, to share what I've learned about breaking through writer's block and having a creative deluge that's as predictable as turning on the sink faucet. It's there when you need it. Good, clean, creative flow. So for this next part, it is a writing hypnosis. So I appreciate you taking time to answer those questions. Now, if you want, you can relax, take a deep breath. You can close your eyes if you find that to be helpful and relax. It's fine if you drift off a little bit. Yeah, it's totally fine. It's even fine if you fall asleep during this. You'll probably have a dream for a new story idea. So yeah, you can close your eyes. And just relax into the breathing. As you settle into a comfortable position, allowing your body to relax, I wonder if you've ever noticed how a single raindrop can create ripples in a still pond, how those ripples expand, touching places far beyond where the first drop fell. And as you think about those ripples, you might become aware of the countless moments in your day, the overheard conversation at a cafe, the way sunlight dapples through leaves, the fading wisps of a dream upon waking. Each of these, like that raindrop, has the potential to create ripples in your mind, doesn't it? I once knew a writer who felt stuck, as if words were trapped behind a dam. And then one day, while watching a leaf float down the stream, they realized that ideas, like water, are always flowing. Sometimes we just need to dip our toes in the stream. As you relax deeper and deeper, you might start to notice a curious sensation, perhaps a tingling in your fingertips, or a warmth in your mind. It's almost as if the very air around you is charged with potential stories, isn't it? Characters you've never met beginning to whisper their tales, landscapes you've never seen unfolding before your mind's eye, the intimate inner worlds of strangers revealing themselves layer by layer. And as these sensations grow, you might find yourself imagining a great river of ink, dark, deep, and flowing with unstoppable force. Can you see how it surges and swirls, carrying countless stories in its current? And at the edge of this river, there you are with your favorite pen in hand. Now, you might think that capturing all those stories at once would be overwhelming. But isn't it interesting how, when we're patient, the right story always seems to find its way to us? Like a river finding its path to the sea, each tale knows where it needs to go. As you hold your pen, you might feel a sense of certainty washing over you, a knowing that each day, as you rise, there will always be a story waiting, exciting, meaningful, ready to be told. And just as a river nourishes the land it passes through, your stories will find their way to those who need them the most. You might even start to imagine your readers, how your words will touch them, change them, nourish them, because stories, like rivers, have a power all their own, don't they? They shape the landscape of our minds, carve new pathways of thought and feeling. And as these thoughts flow through your mind, you might find yourself looking forward to each new day with anticipation. What new character will you meet? What undiscovered world will reveal itself? What hidden truth will bubble up from the depths of your creativity? Remember, you don't need to capture the entire river at once. Your pen is the perfect conduit, allowing just the right amount of creative flow to pass through. And with each word you write, each story you tell, you're contributing to that great river of human imagination. So as you prepare to return to your writing, know that this wellspring of creativity is always with you. In every moment, every experience, every dream, all you need to do is dip your pen into that flow and let the ink run like a river, knowing that your words, like water, will always find their way to where they're meant to be. All right. You're fine to relax for a while if you want. We've scheduled a whole hour, so take your time. I'm just going to be here writing down some thoughts that I had during that, and you can do the same. Oh, you didn't bring a pen? Okay, here, I have an extra one. Here you go. And I'll also, yeah, you can have a piece of paper. You're getting the ideas already? That's great. All right, I'll give you a fresh piece here. Here you go. It looks like it worked. All right, well, enjoy the silence, and I'm excited to see what you write. Let me know. Send me an email when you're done. I'd appreciate. Leave a comment below. I'm interested to see how you guys enjoyed the meditation, how it helped you as a writer, if any story ideas came about because of this. So, oh, yes, while you're here, yeah, before we get carried away, I can schedule you for another fictioneering hypnosis section. Let's see, we're getting into next week. All right. Yeah, we can do same time next week. Okay. Yeah, got your spot saved there. All right. Enjoy.